Hey, I'm sharing my worklog from yesterday. So, as we said, we will create issues structured like this. So, I made a structure basically, or decided for a structure that's going to look like that. So, every issue will have a design phase, implementation phase, and the test phase. And the main issue will have listed all of the design uh, phases basically, so wireframes for the whole app and then for each of the screens, then implementation to-dos for the whole app, and then each components. So basically this one will be at the end checked when all the sub components are done, and they will have subcomponents that will also have tasks. And then the same for the tests. And we will also have an overview of all the components. So one issue for the components, where we will have like a component dot web app, the whole app, and this issue will then list wireframe of the whole app, implementation of the whole app, and the tests of the whole app. To dos, of course, links to these issues. And then subcomponent, again, the same thing. So I started doing this for, let me see, I think I have it here, the whole overview. I'm still like trying to adapt to this new structure. So, but for example, this main issue already has just the first issue. Those two are still left over from before. So we have a wireframe dot web app, the whole app. And if we open it, we have the wireframe of the whole app, and then we have links to the wireframes of all the first level components. And if we go to, I don't know, wireframe of the user screen, we can see all of the wireframes that are part of the user screen. So, for example, user dashboard, and all the versions of how we came to this last, basically last version. For example, transfer, how it would look like, and so on. So wireframes, and if you go to the components view, we have like we were now in the user. Okay, we have a user component, and the user component has design phase, which is wireframes, and implementation phase, which is basically implementation to do. And then here we have all the sub to dos, so the dashboard and this transfer and all of these things we have to implement. And so far, I didn't create new issues for this because I just, if I open now this transfer, I copied out the, we had like as a comment was the wireframe for the transfer issue, for example. Now I copied out the wireframe, so it's in the wireframe user transfer, but here it will be implement user transfer. But because I didn't edit it yet, I also didn't rename it so that I wouldn't get confused. So, and here also like we list basically, because it's a user transfer main issue, we currently list the link to the wireframe user transfer and whatever will come here in the implementation. So I have to see if I will leave this main issue like user transfer, and then list in the wireframe and the implementation. So I'll have to check actually what do we have as a plan. But yeah, I'll continue and do this for all of the main screens, and then I'll see how the things develop. But yeah, this is how far I came, and that's my work log from yesterday. See you tomorrow.